hardest part about a new pantheon is, how do I know which god is for me? Do you like aggressive playstyles? Do you want to be sneaky? Do you prefer to be on the defensive? Or do you simply just want to build as many cool units as you possibly can? I had a very good look at the Aztec tech tree on stream yesterday. If you want to check that out, it's in the description box below. But for this video, we're going to unlock the basic plans for the Aztec pantheon and give you a leg up on launch day. Huitzilopochtli, in a nutshell, is all about how you are going to be using Huitzi's archaic age god power Blood Pact. Do you use it on a villager early on to grab a second town center for cheap? Or do you use it on a free myth unit to boost it up and deal massive economic damage to your opponent before they even hit the classical age? Or maybe do you save it for later in the game to dominate a fight? The perfect thing about this god is that his boost to Tonali generation plays into whatever you are wanting to do. If we play for a second town center, then we get to play defense, and our towers will be able to claim that Tonali for us. If we play aggressive, we're probably going to be wanting to make warrior priests right off the bat to get going and get damage early game, so they're going to be there to grab that Tonali for us out in the middle of the battlefield. Either way, you're going to be dipping into this bonus nicely. The other thing to touch on is that the unique tech available to Huitzi, Wings of the South, is very synergistic with these game plans. Either we're going to be playing incredibly aggressive and then going into a contain or raid style of classical fight, in which case the speed boost helps a ton, or we're going to be strapped for resources playing defensively on 2 town centers, and the train time boost will help us get our units out quickly to defend wherever they're needed. The really cool thing about this god is that your Blood Pact decision is yours to make. So you get to decide if you want to be the economic powerhouse or the aggro king. So in other words, pick this if you don't like playing it safe and you want to commit hard to a strategic idea. There is no playing the middle ground with this god. Tezzy is probably the most complex god and is defined by his Obsidian shard unique bonus, making him by all intents and purposes the myth unit god. The Obsidian shard is similar to the Phoenix egg from Thoth. It can be destroyed by your opponent, but if left alive long enough, it will spawn a random myth unit from your age. You also get bigger rewards with devoting your settlers to the temple, which pushes you further into the myth unit realm. The main goal of Tezzy is to take good fights that you are going to win, while losing your myth units in order to get obsidian shards and, importantly, keep them alive. What this means is you are going to want to play defensive and then burst out of your base suddenly for maximum impact. The unique tech for Tezzy is Tepe's Reach, and boosts your Ocelot Warriors and your Jaguar Riders damage. I'm really not sure if this tech is going to be god-defining, meta-defining enough to base a whole strategy around, but the idea of a super strong generalist unit being your core army while getting fitted out with super powerful myth units around it makes perfect sense to me. There's also a little bit of a double dip in the heroic age going through its puppy and grabbing Obsidian napping. The really hard part about Tezzy is figuring out what to do with his god power Obsidian Mirror. Of course, you simply just click on any opponent's units or buildings and get the god power from that god, but there are literally 22 different god powers you could potentially get at the moment. Just to touch on a few of the more crazy ones, if I take, for example, New Moon from Tsukiyomi, then I could do a fast heroic settler devotion all in by dropping the New Moon on my temple and spamming out either Obsidian Butterflies or Tzitza-middles. If I play versus Noir and take Creation, I could potentially dip into my boosted tower angle and go for some sort of a tower rush without any real commitment. And finally, you could grab Solar Shield from Amaterasu and use that on your boosted warrior priest to deliver some devastating raids early on. If you like turtling for death balls or you like fast heroic style all-in strategies, I think Tezzy is going to be for you. And finally, we have Ketz. Kezi, as I like to call him, Quetzalcoatl. No, I'm never going to get these names right. Arguably the most simple of the Aztec pantheon. Straight down the line and 1TC brawler of a god. You can play for the classical age while taking advantage of the warrior priest, getting you favor to mix in myth units, or you can rush for the heroic age to take full advantage out of your buffed up eagle warriors. The main point for Ketzi is the Tailwind God Power. You can use this to sweep in and hit a devastating raid. You can use this to dominate an opponent's army that's out of position, or you could use this to run away from a dangerous fight that you didn't actually want to be taking. Ketzi has a very interesting, unique technology as well, which is called Feasts of Sustenance. Basically, it allows you to sacrifice your herdables for a short boost of economy. This is a straight 15% boost to all gather rate and works off the base rate. Unlike the Calpulli, whose attachment increases the dropped off resources by 15%. There could be some really interesting fast tech ideas or simply just boosting your military capabilities early on with this, but the more practical and simple usage would be to angle to use this to jump to the heroic age or mythic age by sacrificing all of your herdables in one moment to have a sort of Peach Blossom Spring-esque boost to your income. If you like straight up standard Age Mythology gameplay, reacting to what your opponent does and countering it, I think you're going to love Ketzi. So if you're just starting out, I recommend you start with Ketzi and sink your teeth into what it feels like to get a hang of the Aztec pantheon. Then move on to Huitzi and enjoy playing some more specific playstyles. Then dive into Tezzy and mess around with some devastating myth unit shenanigans. Let me know in the comments which god you're going to be starting out with first, but one thing is for certain, the Aztecs are incredibly complex and are going to take some time to unlock fully, but this is going to be your launch pad to get started. See you in the next one.